And some of us, we are just going to the extreme because we are either impatient or we just feel like we know too much. Let's use figure now, okay? They said, which is true, by the way, if you want to surprise the APC, PDP as young people in Nigeria, okay, who don't want to follow Tifnumbu, Atifku, and the rest of all those people, you know, your ancestors. Now, if you decide that let us come together and push them away to elect a president, you need 800 billion naira. Really? Let me use another figure. You need at least $2 billion. Really? You can crowdfund. Indeed. I mean, if to say you have a real electoral system, in fact, the point I actually wanted to bring out there is this. Let's say you are determined and you also have, you want to go, money won't be a problem. How much is 800 billion naira? We will raise it. Many people will give, you know what I mean, right? Then that is when you are likely going to have to remember Tifnumbu too. That is when you have to remember Atifku as well. So on record, Atifku has the same money as Tifnumbu if you don't have to use the general purse of Lagos. He has the same strength and reach, even bigger than Tifnumbu, because he is able to have people in the south. He has a large acceptance in the south than Tifnumbu, including southeast, south, you know what I mean? In the north, is well groomed than Tifnumbu. Okay? So by all chance, he has the chance of standing up to him, and money for money and all of that. But it's not about money. It is about the gatekeepers of Nigeria. But now let's use the critical mass, where you have 50 million of you who are tired of the system. Okay? 50 million, and come out, because the vote between APC and PDP, there were how many? 30 million. You have 84 million registered voters, Abi, but you need $2 billion. Now, if you don't have that 50 million Nigerians who are ready to raise 800 billion for you, my brothers and sisters, you can dream on about becoming president of Nigeria and possibly changing the system. Peter Obi, who is a billionaire, by the way, you know his story, and I'm not sharing this because I want to possibly promote him in any way. This is Mayegun's Diary Political, where we discuss politics and how the politics affects us and why, before you get trapped in their lies and all the old jamboree, right? Before you get trapped in them, you get to know what they are and where this is going to end, and you never, ever having to get caught up in their lies in any way. That's why you have Mayegun's Diary Political. It's easier to make that decision and say, it's a waste of time. Why? Because I've listened to Mayegun many times, and I can tell you, their politics is so shite that if you pay attention very well, you will never waste your time in getting involved. So you have seen them. They have been dragging, what do you call it? They have been dragging who should produce the next president in Nigeria. One Nigeria. There is something, though. If you hear anything about zoning, rotation of position and all of that, yeah, it is not new to Nigeria system. It is part of the ingredients that they used in deceiving the people that Nigeria is for them. Okay, so before the zoning or not zoning, political, whatever, there is something called federal character. Okay, so federal character, they even have a commission for it. They call it Federal Character Commission or something. Yeah, their job is to ensure that whenever they say this pencil, this pen is produced in Nigeria, is produced by all Nigerians, all of the people in Nigeria, which means it's produced in Nigeria. Now, if they want to sell this pen, yeah, number one, for the production of this pen, you are going to see Igbo, Hausa, Ibibio, Ijo, Ishekiri, Yoruba, everybody there in the production of the pen before they can say this is Nigeria pen. I'm using that as a form of what do you call it? A bigger, contextualize that in a bigger form that everybody produced this. Everybody has a say in it. So before you can call it Nigeria pen, you must know that all Nigerians participated from every part. How do you ensure that all Nigerians participate in production of this pen? You have to make sure that they are evenly represented in every production step of this pen, so that they can be part of those to say Nigeria pen, federal character. So what does that mean? It simply means that when you have government positions, like when you have schools where they have unity schools, right? Admission into schools comes with what they call the federal character. Admission into government jobs comes with what they call federal character, which means as the government issue out jobs, right? It is evenly distributed so that economically, no part of Nigeria, will be more better than the other part, or no Nigerian will be more Nigerian than the other. That is federal character, but that was buried long time ago. Okay, so there's nothing called federal character. But when Buhari when Buhari came to power, he finally, he finally cemented the grave of that federal character. It now became Fulanization, Northernization, Islamization, and every other nization you can think of that indeed showed everyone their place in Nigeria. If you go to NNPC, you will think you are in Sokoto. If you go to any NNPC office in any part of Nigeria, you will think you are in Sokoto. If you go to any, what do you call it? Any Nigerian custom, immigration, what else? People say this and it's true, but people have no choice because they feel like, well, it's their turn, it's their time. So there's nothing called one Nigeria, okay? The issue of the North versus South is just the class war between the elite and the poor. So the elite in the North, the elite in the South, the political elite in the North, the political elite in the South, they are those who are fighting for who to produce the president. Among them all, since they are all pushing it, since you come from the South, to you, federal character should come to play. But federal character is dead. Are you pretending that it is still alive? It is not. If another tribe or another ethnic person takes over presidency of Nigeria tomorrow, it will be their turn. They will take over Abuja if a Yoruba man become president tomorrow. Yeah? It will be our turn. Now they will say, now our turn. If Igbo man become, you know what I mean? But it is this Buhari that actually worsened the trust issue that Nigerians are having when it comes to this. And at the same time, it is also their war, the elite war. If they ask you one-on-one, what do you want? You are likely not good. Majority will likely not be asking for election. In fact, if they have a say, if you have a say, majority will actually ask all of them to go to hell and just leave the space for responsible people who can actually deal with people's problem. You know what I mean? But you don't have that choice. Therefore, you are divided among them, the North, the South. But in reality, the North hold the power. And that power they are holding has now become so fragile that it is about to prove if Nigeria is still going to be Nigeria or not. You are about to see that. And in that case, even those from the South are looking up to the North for their own leadership in 2023. So talking about crowdfunding. So to all of you young people who believe that it is not enough to be complaining, I can give you 2 people that you can at least check them out and see if you can crowdfund for them to be your president, and not go and wait aside for the 500 naira, 1,000 naira that APC and PDP are going to give to you. I'm talking to you now that some of you who disagree that Nigeria doesn't have to break. We need to first chase these people away. Then we can then discuss how to break Nigeria, blah, 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 blah. I'm saying it to you now. You need between 800 billion and 1 trillion naira, $2.1 billion. and you have Shore, you have Kingsley Mohalu. Because that idea of crowdfunding, some of you, excuse me, some of you who are watching me right now, who claim to be influencers, influencers for 2023 election. Some of you are disguising now. Some of you will come on social media. You will throw question. Who do you think is better, Baba? Now, so that they groom you now. Before you know it, you will start having your preferences as the whole thing is popping up right now. So they are about to try that for PDP, but they are not doing it for Atiku. They want to do it for Peter Obi. You know, they say if you love Nigeria, see, if all of you really care for Nigeria, right? Whether from the north or from the east, from the west, from where have you, and you want to tell yourselves the truth, okay? You will say, in the present state of Nigeria, it is ideal for Nigerians to come together first and decide if they still want to be together or not. A referendum can be conducted before the end of 2022. After that, then you can do your election before 2023. But that is far-fetched. That is me trying to tell you my position anyway. But again, some of you are already attempting to try Peter Obi against all odds because you know the reality. You know the power comes from there, and some of you believe that it's about money. But it's not. They are already mobilizing Nigerians to raise 100 billion for Peter Obi. But if you love Nigeria, won't you want at least to prove that Nigeria is one? Let an Igbo man be the next president, Igbo woman be the next president, or Igbo, whatever. Give that sign. They did it for us in 1999. How can you people now say you are now kind of feigning ignorance? Or about that one, we don't forget. The Igbos must fight for it. And people say, how? In 1999, after all they did to Chifemke Abiola, you remember, and people who died, by consensus, North, South, East, they decided to zone the presidency of Nigeria to the Yorubas. Yes, that happened. It was all agreed. You know what? If we don't give the Yorubas something, it is just a matter of time. They will break away from this country. Now, you have the same similarity with the Igbos. You keep shouting, one Nigeria, but Igbo man cannot be your president. This is where I get my own and say, come on, man. In 1999, the two major political parties in Nigeria, they fielded the Yoruba candidate, PDP, fielded Obasanjo, AD, fielded Olufalaye. And en masse, in block, they delivered the northern votes for Obasanjo. Yorubas delivered theirs for Falaye. And the rest, they say, is history. Why are you all acting like you're one Nigeria, You can't prove it. Prove it. But I know why you can't prove it. Because genuinely, Nigeria is not one. The Igbos are not part of Nigeria in your book. But, on paper, now one Nigeria. Prove it. So it's not going to be the first time. Felix Ochulabuto. Thank you very much for that, by the way. Igbos, they voted for Obasanjo. I remember that. You are right. Thank you for reminding me. They agreed. Oh, MK Abiola is dead. If we don't do something with these people, Nadeko and all this noise, it's a matter of time. You better let the Yorubas be the next president. Even Obasanjo that was in jail, they had to go and drag him out. So why are you all acting like you are a Yoruba man? You have to support a Yoruba man to be the president over what? Over a divided country that all of us are walking about with our dagger. About the whole dagger for power. Some of you don't know. You are all walking about with your own knife at the back of your distance. They say, my brother, one Nigeria. Every small time, like you come out your dagger, you look for opportunity. Is that not what you are doing? Is that not your one Nigeria? Don't act like when people say, prove it. Prove one Nigeria. Yorubas, they said Yorubas should be the president in 1999. Do you think they didn't have people who wanted to contest? Do you think Obasanjo had the money? You know the story. So now they are saying Peter Obi has no money. They are saying the Igbos want to break Nigeria. How many of you, how young were many of you in 1999, in 1995, 1996, 1997, when the Yorubas, in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, what they were asking for was that if not, Yoruba will go to war with Nigeria. Go back and read about that. For peace to reign, for Nigeria to remain one, they all agreed that Yoruba man should go and be the president. And the Igbos, en masse, they voted for Obasanjo. Yes, they are alive. They are watching me. Don't pretend that didn't happen. It happened. So if you want to tell us that Nigeria is one, Mayegun, you are wrong. You don't understand this thing. The Igbos need to work for it. Oh, okay. Yoruba man, you can be president. Tinubu is going to change it, blah, 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 blah. All right. Be the president over your divided concentration camp. I'm going to take a mini break and deal with somebody I've just been told is causing a nuisance. You can disagree with us, okay? We are kind of grown-up people here. Don't bring the mentality of your, what have you, wherever you're coming from. Don't bring them here, okay? If you can't understand this explanation enough, please don't disturb my friends. So I'll take care of that person. My friends on YouTube, don't worry. I'll do that. Give me a sec.
Right level. Now, you see, you, Obina, you have everything going for you. And I don't want you to feel discouraged. Please, things are bad in Nigeria, but I believe it's only for a short time. Because it depends on you. Whatever my generation might have done wrong, and I will be the first to admit that my generation has done a lot wrong, it's for your generation to do it better. And don't just sit down and complain. Don't just sit down and complain. Sitting down and complain is like the anger of the cripple. You're on the same time, you will be on the same ground, on the same level, but you have to be proactive. And you have to make sure you get enough of what I call critical mass of people, like-minded people, who will be ready to say, yes, we can bring about a change. And you can bring about a change if you get the critical mass of people that are ready to slug it out. I always say when people say, hey, well, when will this old hag go out of the way politically? They won't go out of the way. You have to.
Yep. So as I was saying, it is not new. What we are saying, I have proved to my friends times without numbers, right? I have proved to them that Nigeria is not real. I have given facts. One of them is this one, talking about leadership. Show to us, prove it to us. But again, it's a democracy. Now, everybody is desperate. Desperation is all over them, right? They don't feel more like, let the Igbo, you know what? Let us prove it to everybody. Let us prove it to everybody that Nigeria is one. Sorry, Ogunlowo. I think I found him. He escaped me earlier. Okay, I've taken care of Ogunlowo. It won't be disturbing any of you anymore. Okay, so what happened is that I know I have Tifnumbu's supporters on Mayegun's Diary Political. I have APC supporters of Mayegun's here. I have PDP members. I have a closet APC, closet PDP members. I have those who are sitting on the fence, those ones that we call the politically correct people, those ones who want to be politically correct. Okay? Don't talk like that. Or you can call their names without changing their names. Or you can be this, or I have a lot of people in this gathering that you are all connecting to right now. Yeah, as you are joining, is a bigger gathering of all and sundry. But you have to respect my friends. Don't be a nuisance. Facebook sometimes allow that. On YouTube, don't make my friends uncomfortable. Okay. And thank you very much, by the way, for joining. You don't really have to agree with me. Okay. I am not even probably